Hi, I'm Dylan Allen-Perez. Welcome to this video and Happy New Year. We made it. It's January 2022, so I am reflecting back on the last year, listing off some of my favorite and least favorite things from 2021. In this video, I'm going to list off all the new release books that I read last year. I read 20 of them, and I'm going to list them from worst to best based on my ratings on a scale of 1 to 10. So yeah, without further hoopla, let's start at the bottom of the list with the bad books. Number 20 on my list is Fault Lines by Emily Itami, which I gave a 3.5 out of 10. And that's actually the only book that I would categorize as a bad book from the new releases that I read last year. But we're not at the good books yet, so let's look at my next category, which is the all right books. Number 19 on my list is Come Fly the World, the jet age story of the women of Pan Am by Julia Cook. I gave this one a 5 out of 10. Number 18 on my list is Aftershocks by Nadia Owusu, which I gave a 6.5 out of 10. Number 17 on my list is In Defense of Ska by Aaron Carnes, which I also gave a 6.5 out of 10. Number 16 on my list is Girl A by Abigail Dean with a 6.5 out of 10. Number 15 on my list is The Three Mothers, How the Mothers of Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, and James Baldwin Shaped a Nation by Anna Malika Tubbs, and I gave that one a 6.5 out of 10. And that wraps up my category of the all right books. So let's look at the good books. Coming in 14th place on my list is Racing the Clock, A Running Life with Nature by Bernd Heinrich, which I gave a 7 out of 10. Number 13 on my list is Intimacies by Katie Kinemura with a 7 out of 10. Coming in 12th place is Are You Enjoying? Short Stories by Mira Sethi with a 7.5 out of 10. Number 11 is The Camellia Manifest by Brittany Severn with a 7.5 out of 10. Hoping for a sequel on that one. Breaking into my top 10 is a book called At Night All Blood is Black, written by David Diop with a 7.5 out of 10. I thought those last 5 books were good. Moving up the list, my next category is the damn good books. Number 9 on my list is Man Enough, Undefining My Masculinity by Justin Baldoni, which I gave an 8 out of 10. Number 8 is Running is a Kind of Dreaming by J.M. Thompson with an 8 out of 10. Number 7 is Cultish, The Language of Fanaticism by the linguist Amanda Montell with an 8.5 out of 10. And now we're in the final category, which I like to call the great books. So these last 6 here at the top of my list are all books that I think are great. Definitely worth a read. Coming in number 6 is The Anthropocene Reviewed by John Green with a 9 out of 10. And then breaking into my top 5 new release books of 2021 is The Woman from Uruguay by Pedro Mayral with a 9 out of 10. This one actually came out a few years ago in the original Spanish as La Uruguaya, but this translation into English from Jennifer Croft just came out last year, and it's great. I loved it. Number 4 on my list is Will by Will Smith with a 9 out of 10. My favorite actor of all time, great hip-hop artist, and it turns out a great writer and storyteller. He tells a lot in this book. Number 3 on my list is First Person Singular, short stories from the legendary Haruki Murakami, translated into English here by Philip Gabriel with a 9 out of 10. Great stuff. Number 2 on my list is Making Monsters, The Uncanny Power of Dehumanization by David Livingston Smith with a 9.5 out of 10. Definitely the most well-researched book that I read from last year. My number 1 spot, my favorite new release book that I read last year, I've got to give it up for Bravey by Alexei Pappas, the memoir from the Greek-American Olympic distance runner, and actress and filmmaker. I just love this memoir. Really inspirational, motivational, really vulnerable, and open and honest. So it's got to take the #1 spot for me. I loved it. I give Bravey a 10 out of 10. And that's it. Those are the 20 new release books that I read last year in 2021. My favorites, my least favorites. Let me know in the comments below what you think of these books. If you read any of these 20 books that made it onto my list, what did you think of them? Do you agree with my score, or did you like them better or worse? Let me know. What books came out in 2021 that didn't make my list? Do you think they should have made my list? Let me know what books I missed out on last year. What books did you read last year that were new releases? What were your favorites? What were your least favorites? How would you rate them? How would you rank them? And as always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoy the next book that you read. Bye.